Come in. Hi, you must be.
Hi, Mr. Haddox. Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Have a seat.
Thank you.
How was the drive?
Really not too bad. We didn't really hit any traffic till I hit the highway, so we got
good.
a pretty good time.
Good. We're glad you made it. Gonna tell you how today's gonna go. We're gonna ask you a series of questions, try to figure out a little bit about you and why you want to work here. It's gonna be about 6 or 7 minutes.
All right, sounds great.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've lived in the Oklahoma City area my whole life. I was born and raised in Edmond and just recently moved to the city whenever I decided to go to OCU. I'm a Chesapeake Scholar there, which requires me to keep a 3.5 GPA, so I'm always really attentive in my classes and keep up with my classwork. And I'm also a baseball player here at OCU.
Yeah, you said baseball player. How do you think being a college athlete can help you in the workplace?
The biggest thing that I've noticed for me that I've improved on is time management skills, because obviously being a college student in general, you have to be really good with your time management because of all the different things that you have to balance. And so adding in practices and workouts and things like that to your already busy schoolwork and class schedules it's something that's really, really good to have. Also, it's really taught me how to deal with adversity well. Like on the field and off the field, we have to deal with adversity with baseball, whether it's in a game, in a practice, or just like with our teammates. And also, it's taught me to be able to take criticism very well. I can take a coach's criticism or a professor's criticism as very constructive and not as demeaning, and it really has helped me realize that. So that's one of the biggest things that I've learned.
Yeah, and being a baseball player, you've obviously dealt with teamwork in certain situations. Tell me about a time that you've worked with a team, not necessarily baseball, but in any situation that you've worked with a team and the issues you encountered and how you overcame those issues.
Sure. The last 2 summers when I was in high school, we actually went with a church youth group to San Marcos, and we worked at they called it a river work camp. It was basically we worked on houses, whether it was building a house, help rebuild a house, or help refurbish the inside of the house for one year it was for an elderly lady, and another it was just for a poor family. And one of the problems we encountered was there was a very wide range of ages. We had adults in our group, and we had teenagers, we had college students, and so it was kind of hard to balance that. But the one way we really found helpful was to kind of find kind of a leader in each group. And it turned out that I was kind of dubbed the leader of the teenager group because I was a high school student at the time, and we were basically told to keep our little group in check, and then we had an adult who was kind of overseeing the whole thing. So I was kind of viewed as a leader in my little group, but at the same time I was responding to someone else above me, and that was really the biggest obstacle we had to overcome, but I felt like we did a really good job in that.
Yeah, that's great. It seems like you really went above and beyond in that situation. Can you tell me about a time that maybe you've had to go above and beyond in another situation in the workplace? Maybe?
Sure. Last summer, I was actually a lifeguard at a neighborhood pool in my hometown, Edmond, and our manager had to take a leave of absence for some personal reasons for about 2 weeks in the middle of the summer, and so we didn't really have anyone to lead the pool. So he talked to me and asked me if I could basically be the manager for 2 weeks, and so I ran the pool. I dealt with the homeowners' payments and all these different types of things that the manager would have to deal with that as a normal lifeguard I never would have had to deal with, and they trusted me to do that, and I think I did a really good job, and they were very thankful when he came back that I could keep the pool in check. I kept all the chemicals, kept the pool upkept, and everything like that.
Great. Now, where do you see your professional life taking you in the next 5 years?
Well, obviously right now, since I've only finished 2 years of school, I'm just seeking like an internship like this right now. But one thing that's really big for me is loyalty, and so through an internship, I would love to build relationships with people inside a company. Like with Chesapeake, I would love to build relationships, and hopefully once I'm finished with school, I can have a real job like with Chesapeake and extend those relationships past just an internship, and in the next 5 years, hopefully working for the same company that I'll be interning with the next few summers.
Yeah, why do you want an internship here at Chesapeake?
Well, growing up in Oklahoma City, obviously Chesapeake is a really big deal around here, and I've seen it grow over the years. I've seen it change big time, and the last few years being in the business school, I've really kind of learned the ins and outs of how business works, and so I've learned the ins and outs of how Chesapeake works, especially through my scholarship, because we've actually had the opportunity to tour the Chesapeake campus, and we've had the opportunity to develop relationships with some of the employees, and We also have toured the oil rigs, and the biggest thing for me is those relationships that I can help build, and I can help build those in internships. I can help build those moving forward, and that's just a really cool thing for me to be able to do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I think that's all we got for you today. Appreciate you coming in, and we'll for sure be in touch with you as soon as possible.
Sure.
Don't really want to keep you waiting around. I know how that is.
Sounds great.
So, yeah, thanks for your time, and be safe getting home.
Thank you very much. I hope to hear from you all soon.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
You too.